guys, welcome back to another episode of F122, My Team Career Mode. So, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not the most excited about the next race. This Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. This track is quite tricky. It's a tight road track. As you guys may or may not know, I'm not really great with these. But you know, I didn't want to just have all the tracks easy. I wanted to put at least a couple tracks in here that were a little more challenging for myself. So that's why I put them in there. But before we get to any racing, we have some managerial stuff we have to attend to. And speaking of managerial side, guys, I am so excited for F1 Manager to be coming out at the end of August. It is all pre-ordered. I am ready to put it on my channel. We're going to have content. I plan to do some fun live streams with it where you guys can actually help me bring the team up. I'm going to ask you guys what you think we should do and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But what we need to do first of all is we need to go into our R&D. So our powertrain and our durability are pretty good. We're not doing too bad there. The chassis and the aerodynamics, that's where we're going to need some help. So let's take a look at the chassis here. We have the engine cover distribution. That is in development. That's 17 days. We have to wait for that. We have a central under tray. Let's just take a look here. This is a minor. This is weight reduction. Then we have the monocoque structure. That's a major. That's also weight reduction, so that's definitely a good one. Heave dampers. This is a minor one. Vertical shocks are absorbed more effectively, resulting in less tire wear. That's not too bad, but I think we're going to go with this monocoque structure here. Let's take a major one. This is going to pretty much take all of our resource points down, but in the long run, I think it's going to help us. So standard or rush, we can't do that yet. There we go, and that leaves us with 255 points, which I don't think, yeah, we don't have enough to do anything else like that. So we're going to do this, guys. We're going to try the Pirelli hot lap. Choose average speed zone. Choose drift. There's no way in hell I'm going to drift, so we're going to choose the average speed zone in the McLaren 720S. And this, guys, this really doesn't matter. I mean, you do get 1,000 to claim and 100,000 cash, but this is really just for fun. So let's get into this and see what this is like. All right, guys, so to get gold, we need to maintain 93 miles per hour. Now, I am going to be commentating over this. I don't normally do that, but I'm going to for this. I won't be doing that in the actual F1 race. I will record that after. I will put that in. But yeah, let's see how we do here. Oh, okay, rolling start. These cars, they handle so differently, which they should, but they handle like trash, if I'm being honest. They really handle like garbage. Oh boy, yeah, I can't. Really difficult. We weren't even close, were we? 90, 92. I mean, we were close. Can I retry this? No, I don't think I can. Oh, wait. Ooh. I smashed into the wall, man. That's not good. 96.5. So we definitely hit the gold. We have one more round. This isn't easy because these cars do not handle well at all. I gotta try to take. I don't know, man. Hey, we got the gold. We got the gold, baby. All right. I did not think that was going to happen. All right, guys. So at the end of our practice, we did the quick practice this time. I'm going to kind of stagger it. I'm not going to do all the quick practices because it does put a lot of wear on your components. But we're going to kind of see what happens here if we do like a couple where we actually do them, and then we'll do every 2 or 3 races where we'll sim. So race strategy, we got 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5 for the qualifying pace, and 5 out of 5 for the tire management. So let's end that session. All right, so it looks like Liam, he did well too. Total of 1,275 resource points. That's awesome. Development boost applied. So we should be pretty good here. We're getting discounts on these. That's lovely. That's great to see. Let's advance that. Okay, Liam is up to level 6. And overall, we're doing pretty good with our acclaim. So, what next, guys? It's our one-shot qualifying. All right, we have some messages here. Mark, he says that Jet is the fastest track of the season. It is the most corners. The track is narrow. Just keep an eye out when you're making your way through the traffic. Turn 22 can catch a driver off guard, so make sure not to push too hard at the beginning of Sector 3. It's going to be a long race, but try to have fun out there. And that track looks like something a child drew, I'm not going to lie. The race weather, it looks beautiful. Qualifying, a little cloudy. And the race is going to be beautiful. So, I guess all that's left to do is go to our one-shot qualifying, guys. It's a beautiful area, not gonna lie, man. The lights and everything, it just looks awesome. I am not expecting I'm going to do very well in this qualifying on this track. I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna see what we can do. Okay, we're on the softs. Let's just take a look here. The vehicle, 41%. Yeah, we definitely got some unnecessary wear on the ICE and MGUH. Those were not that high before we did the simulated practice, so that sucks, but it is what it is. We knew that was going to happen. That's how the game is. So let's go to the track and let's do this, guys. Okay, one-shot quali. Here we go. This is a difficult track, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is tricky. This is tricky. It's just it's tight, man. It's tight and fast. Whew. Okay. P18, like I said, guys, I was not expecting a fantastic result from that. I've never raced on this track at all. I've done some hot laps around it, but that's about it. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting race to say the least. If at least I kept it on the track, I didn't crash out, so I'm pretty proud of that.
So here we are then, welcoming you today to one of the jewels of the Arab world, Jeddah, one of the biggest cities in Saudi Arabia, second only to Riyadh, gateway to Mecca, one of the biggest ports in the region, and now host to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at a topographical map of the Jeddah Street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, George Russell and Hamilton, Norris, Bottas, Mick Schumacher and Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Pierre Gasly and Ocon, Tsunoda, Zhou, Liam Lawson and Martin, Albon, Stroll, Latifi and Sebastian Vettel starts from the back of the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you here with us today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
All right, guys, so we will be doing the one pit strategy, the one stop strategy, I mean, from mediums to hards. I'm going to be doing the broadcast version of the formation lap in this video. Normally, I like to do it myself just because, for me, the best part about these games is actually driving the cars, but I figured we just show it off. And I mean, the formation lap isn't anything too serious, so, yeah. I usually like to do a formation lap myself, though, because it gives me one slow lap around the track, especially if I'm not familiar with it, and I'm not familiar with this track too much, so this should be a very interesting race indeed. Now, for some reason, I had the sound turned up, but the voiceover was just very quiet compared to the cars in this, and ooh, looks like we had a little spin out there from, I don't know if that's Lando or Ricciardo. I'm thinking that's Ricciardo. But that's the formation lap done, so we should be getting ready to start the race here. 5 red lights. And away we go. Max Verstappen got off to a hell of a start. He managed to overtake Carlos Sainz right off the bat. That's good on him. As for us, well, we didn't do too bad, actually. Up into the first corner, a lot of elbows out, a lot of pushing around, but we ended up at P15. I will take that. Gotta be very careful here. I don't want to smash into anybody. So now we can just hopefully race our race. I really don't know what to expect with this, considering I've never raced here before. I will say I had a couple bad starts that I had to restart this race. Of course, I don't show you guys that because then the video would be stupid long and you guys really don't need to see all of that. But we are in it now, and we need to put our head down and we need to do the best we can. We need to try to get around this track as cleanly as possible, because there's really one little mistake and you're just going to lose so much time And as of right now, Esteban Ocon, he is right on my gearbox. I mean, I don't think he likes me too much. I think he thinks I'm holding him up. And to be fair, I probably am, because again, I'm not that great with this track, and I believe our car is below him anyway. So there's that. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap already. Doesn't seem too hard to believe, I guess. But we're still sitting in P15. Not doing too bad here. This corner here, man, it took me a while to figure it out and get comfortable with it. We take it wide quite a bit. And like I said, on this track especially, man, any little mistake you make, you just lose so much time. It's not even funny, but that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. That's racing. And you know what? I'm just going to try my best. And like I said, try to race a clean race here. So the one thing that does have me happy, these guys, you know, we're right on them. So we're not doing god-awful. You can see what corners you have trouble with when you watch the AI. Although the AI on this game does have incredible straight line speed. Around the corners is definitely when you want to get them. But I do feel like on this track, the corners, man, trying to get them on corners can be tricky. It can be tricky. There's not a ton of places on this track at my skill level that I feel comfortable overtaking. So right now we have Ocon like right on us. I mean, right on us. He's trying to make a move right on the inside there. He backed up a little bit. Now here he comes again. He's trying to make the move, and we kind of squeezed him. I think we pushed him into the wall a little bit. I'm not sure. I really hope I didn't do that, but the fact of the matter was, guys, like when I really couldn't see where he was. I knew he was there. I was trying to give him as much room as possible, but I didn't get a warning, so we didn't make contact. I thought maybe my back tire touched his front tire, but I guess not. So it's all good. It's all good as long as the stewards don't, you know, say we did anything wrong. Then I guess we're safe. But now we're on lap 3, and as you can see, we have Guan Yu Zhou and Pierre Gasly in front of us, and I'm not sure who is in front of them. I imagine it's either Magnussen or Schumacher in the Haas. So we are right below Haas in the performance part of it. So it would have been nice to kind of overtake Haas in this, but they are running a hell of a race. That's fair to say. And in real life, Haas has been doing good, man. They've really been doing good. You know, it's really fun to see a team like that start to come back. Especially last year, they kind of didn't put like any money into their car at all. That's what they said their strategy was. And then this year, you know, they're going kind of hog wild. And man, it's working. It's working for them. So we have a proper battle with Esteban Ocon. Really, he is really right on us, and he's not letting up. He's coming up along right here. He's gonna go on the inside. He's gonna try to anyway. So basically, I moved over. I backed out of it a little bit. I didn't want to make contact with him. I didn't want to crash out. So I let him get ahead of me. But the thing is, we were coming up on that straight, and now I have DRS. I have DRS, and we put overtake on, and we drained that battery, and we overtook him, and we somehow secure our P15, and we get a warning for corner cutting there. Good eye on the stewards, because that was definitely a corner cut if I ever did see one. I had to be careful on that. I don't want to get any more corner cutting warnings in this race, but we are still in P15. We secured our P15. Oh man, we went really wide there. We secured our P15 somehow, and Ocon has fallen back, but he is he's fighting, man. He's fighting. So we still have Guan Yu Zhou ahead of us here, and I don't know, that could be a good thing, because Guan Yu Zhou, he's pretty aggressive in this game, I must say. Okay, so behind us, I have Esteban Ocon and Yuki Tsunoda fighting it out. And this is actually good for me because these two actually end up holding each other up. And it lets me get a little bit more ground on them. But man, these two are really in a battle. Yuki Tsunoda, he overtook Esteban Ocon. And you might think that might be it for him, but no, it's not. Here he comes. He's coming up on the outside. He's trying to get him. He's making his move. Oh, just can't get it. And right there around the next corner, they're wheel to wheel. Esteban Ocon, he's pulling ahead a little bit, I feel. And yes, he manages to overtake Yuki Tsunoda, securing his P16 spot. And while those two are back there fighting, that gives us just a little bit of an edge to get past them. And now, as you can see, they're both like almost, what, a second and a half behind me now, because those two are fighting. That let me get ahead. So good job to Yuki Tsunoda for holding up Esteban Ocon, because man, he was really becoming a thorn in my side. But now we are free to get our race on a little bit here without worrying about those guys, and they're still battling in the back. Lap 9 now, and as you can see, Ocon and Tsunoda, they're still behind me, and they're still battling. So I decided to box this lap. Now, what I had in mind was, I thought for some reason I had front wing damage, and they were going to change the front wing, which would take a long time. So I thought if I pit a couple laps early, it might give me an advantage. But we in fact did not have any damage to our front wing at all. So when we dive into the pits here in just a second, like right now, all that we had to do was change our tires. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, we're taking our pit stop now. It's a done deal. There's nothing I can do about it now. And yes, we have a beautiful pit stop. Estimated time is between 2.2 and 2.5 seconds, and we get it in 2.5. Yes.
Pit strategy complete. See these tires through.
Beautiful pit stop. Beautiful indeed. Mark seems happy about it anytime we do a really good pit stop, and so do I. So now I'm in dead last, and I have hard tires on that I have to get, like, what, 15 laps out of, which is fine. You can definitely get 15 laps out of the hard tires, but I had to literally drive the rubber off these things just to catch up to the back of the pack, and we are in P22, so yeah, we need to really, really get driving hard here.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Now.
Alright, so now we're on lap 12, and we did gain a couple places because a couple guys went into the pits. Not as many as I was hoping. Of course, we're not very close anyway, but now P13, there we go, guys. There are a lot of people taking their pit stop, and we are now in P15. And Lando Norris is out of the race. What happened to Lando? He was in P7. Okay, so either his engine, I think it's his engine. Now, wait a minute. Was he coming out of his pit stop? He was. Oh my God, what bad luck for Lando Norris. He literally came out of his pit stop and his engine just blew up. What are the chances of that? Oh man, well, wow. That sucks for Lando and it sucks for McLaren, but it's good for us. It is good for us because now we're up into P14.
Green flag.
So yeah, his loss is our gain. But you always hate to see someone go out like that, especially he was having a pretty decent race, so it would seem. All right, so now it is lap 17, and we're catching up to Guan Yu Zhou. And like I said before, guys, I feel like Guan Yu Zhou, Yuki Tsunoda Pierre Gasly, they're pretty aggressive in this game, man. They're pretty aggressive. So obviously we're racing. I want to catch Guan Yu Zhou. I want to overtake him, but at the same time, having him behind me is a little worrisome because how aggressive his AI is in this game. But we're going down the straight. We do have DRS on him. We have our ERS fully deployed. We're draining that battery, and I don't know why. Oh, okay, he ran right into us. We had to go wide there. Coming back on, and we still managed to overtake him, so that is awesome. I do not understand why on the replays it is showing rain. It did not rain in this race. Right now it is perfectly dry. As you can see, it's a beautiful evening, but on the replays for some reason it's showing rain. Our tires are looking good. No problems there. And we are up into P13 now. This is crazy. Here we go. Lap number 20. We are catching up to the points. Yes, we are, guys. I cannot believe it myself. So we have Pierre Gasly just ahead of us. We have Daniel Ricciardo in front of him. And I believe either Mick Schumacher or Kevin Magnussen is in P10. For some reason, I think as of right now, it's Mick Schumacher in P10. But we are having the drive. Well, I mean, we have to have the drive of our life is what I meant to say here, because, you know, if we want to get up into points at all, we really need to race as hard as we can, but we also need to race as clean as we can, because I don't want to make a mistake here. If I make any little mistake here, it's going to hurt us so bad. So we have Guan Yu Zhou. He's a good 2 seconds behind us. I'm happy about that. Esteban Ocon, man, he really lost his pace to us somehow. I don't know what happened. He was fighting hard with Yuki Tsunoda. So maybe they really just held each other up. I have no idea. But all I know is I'm looking forward. And all I see is Pierre Gasly in front of me. We need to try to catch up to him. We need to try to make something happen. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'll be able to get up into the points, but we're in P13 right now. We started in P18. I'm pretty happy with that, especially considering that I'm not good at this track. This is my first race here. And yeah, we are gaining on the points, and these guys, they're fighting as well. They're fighting as well because they all want to get in that P10. Now, honestly, if I would have had maybe 5 more laps, I feel like I could have just let whatever they had going play out, and then kind of make a move. You know what I mean? Because those three, they're fighting hard. They really want it. I'm still not quite within striking distance to Pierre Gasly just yet. I mean, he's like 2 seconds ahead of me now. We're getting on him a little bit in these corners. We are draining our battery for all it's worth, trying to get any last little bit of speed out of our car here. And we're getting on him slowly but surely. Again, this corner, I feel like I'm taking this corner a little better now. I gotta say, guys, towards the end of the race, I started to feel a lot more comfortable on the track, and I can't wait to race on this track again next season. I'm really excited for it. I really felt like this was a really fun race, and a really fun track to go around. I didn't think I'd ever enjoy a track like this, but yeah, it was fun. And honestly, I can't wait to get on Singapore now, because that's a track similar to this.
Okay, be careful.
So we're getting closer. We are within DRS range. But you know, something that's happening, I'm not hearing the DRS tone, and I have a difficult time like watching that part of the screen while I'm racing. So I really rely on that tone a lot, and very much like F1 2021, I'm not hearing the tone again. Sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't. And for me, I really rely on that tone a lot. I know I probably shouldn't, but it's just something that I feel like it's in the game. It's not working right now. So right now we have DRS. I managed to see that.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel.
But as you can see, even with DRS, we're not really catching them because they have DRS. So basically we just have a DRS train, you know, where nobody can overtake anybody. But I am having a very fun race, I gotta say. Ooh, right there. And we got him. We are up into P12. Are you serious? I cannot believe we managed to get up into P12. And honestly, I thought that move right there was a little suspicious. Like, but I think my driver's side tires, they weren't over the curb. So I think maybe that's why we didn't get in trouble for that. I have no idea. If you guys think that was like an illegal move, or if you think that wasn't a fair move on my part, just let me know in the comments, man. I don't, you know, I'd like to know, because personally, me, I kind of thought I was going to get in trouble for that, and when I didn't, I was kind of surprised. But then again, I don't have the corner cutting rules on here, like really like as strict as you can go. So maybe that's why. I have no idea. But anyway, we are up into P12, and we have Daniel Ricciardo, and we have Michael Schumacher. Mick Schumacher? Mick or Michael? Was Michael his dad? Oh man, I don't even know. But anyway, they are up ahead of us now. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have 2 laps. 2 laps to go. Oh, I think the most I can hope for is maybe these guys will hold each other up enough to maybe gain another position, but I'm really not going to hold my breath on it. You know, Daniel Ricciardo, man, he's just, it seems like he's got a little bit more pace than I do, obviously. So yeah, we have Kevin Magnussen and Michael Schumacher fighting it out. Teammates trying to get position. That is crazy. But that is F1. Like I said, when I get the F1 Manager game, I kind of want to work for Haas, I think that would be really fun. But yeah, this is just exciting to see this. I really don't feel we get close. I mean, we get close. But again, honestly, I don't want to go for any crazy moves, especially not on this track. If it's something that it's not like I don't know, a given, something that looks like you know, it's just an easy overtake, I just don't know. I mean, we are gaining on Ricciardo, but we have 1 lap left. And if I'm really being honest, the tires weren't too bad, but they definitely felt like they were starting to lose a little bit of grip. Not anything really bad, but yeah, again, I just, you know, I don't feel like there's many places on this track specifically that you would want to try some risky dive bomb maneuvers. You know what I mean? It's just not wide enough. And the funny thing is, it doesn't look wide enough in this view. Now, if I change the view to the chase cam, it would look a lot wider. But for some reason, when you're in the car, the track just doesn't look that wide. But they are having a really good battle up there, and Schumacher, you know, he overtook Magnussen, so he is now in P9, but both the Haas are going to be in the points unless Ricciardo can pull something out. I mean, you know, he must be feeling more frustrated than I am right now, because he is literally right on those two, right on Magnussen's gearbox, rather. And Max Verstappen has just won the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. I didn't think he wouldn't. Especially considering that wonderful start that he got. He pulled right away from Carlos Sainz without any issues. And it looks like we are going to be ending this Grand Prix ourselves in P12. And you know what, guys? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. You know, we started in P18. We managed to move up to P12. And, yeah, I would definitely say that's a win. Of course, I would love to get up into the points, but, you know, we have a whole season ahead of us, and we had a stellar first Grand Prix in Bahrain, didn't we? All right, so that is the race. We did come in P12 at the end. Nothing wrong with that. That was absolutely just such a fun race.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
And we got driver of the day. Are you serious? Did not see that coming at all.
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win.
Whew. All right, guys. So that was a pretty exciting race after all. I'll admit there were several laps that weren't as exciting, but you guys aren't going to see those. I'll edit those out. For my first time ever racing around this track, I don't think I did too bad, man. I really don't. I mean, we started P18. We managed to claw our way up to P12. You know, the points, oh, man, they were right there. Like, I could taste them, but I just couldn't get it done, man. That's really all I can say about that. So, before we move on here, I just want to know, okay, ooh, Liam. So, he started in P17, and he ended up in P17. I mean, I don't know what I can say about that. Like, you know, he didn't lose any places, but he didn't gain any places. So, yeah, this is just a second race, so I'm not worried about it. My plan is to keep Liam on, you know, for at least a couple seasons to see what he can do. And yeah, so let's take a look at the standings as of right now. So we are still in third for the driver standings, of course, because we came in P1 on the last race. We took pole. I don't think we're going to be getting too many more of those, although there are some tracks that I am pretty decent at. What I'm going to do, guys, when I go to those tracks, I'm going to turn the AI up. So we are number 3 in the driver standings, and in the constructor standings, we are number 4. We took a tumble, but that's okay. I wasn't expecting to stay there for long, so let's advance. Okay, so my acclaim is now up to 6, and I believe we should be at 9. Yes, Team Acclaim is at 9. We're doing pretty good, man. We're not doing too bad at all, you know. Qualifying P15 or better. Okay, so we didn't get that. That's all right. I didn't think we were going to. Damage deduction is 10K for me, 4K for Liam, but overall, man, we're not doing too bad. All right, guys. So we're going to do this really quick. This personnel department. Let's go to the event.
Department has asked us to deal with this. We have a couple of options here. Take your time. What you decide to do will have consequences.
Okay, so it says Lawson has been really hitting their stride in the simulator recently. While they're in the zone, where should we get them to focus their development? Looks pace. Let's look at improving the overall pace. We should focus on reducing mistakes as much as possible. I don't feel like he made a lot of mistakes, so I'm gonna go with pace.
Thanks. I appreciate you taking the time to help out.
I mean, it is my team. So, guys, that is it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next up, we have the Australian Grand Prix. This should be very interesting. This is a track that I love. I'm pretty good at it, so I will be bumping up the AI a little bit on this track. We will be doing the Pirelli hot laps. That was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed that. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And by the way, guys, I will be leaving a link in the description. Join my Discord. It's been there forever. I had a Discord for the longest time. So yeah, feel free to join that and be an active member. I'd really appreciate to see you guys there. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time.